Hello and welcome back to Road TRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is number 969. We're still in the middle of the final 50 trivia challenge. Today is part 32. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's trivia with no baseball or football questions because today we have both. Today's quiz is right up my alley. Lots of good questions. It was sent in by Ann and Chuck from Sioux City, Iowa. Thank you very much for sending it in, and good luck to everybody else. Question number 1. In the 1960s TV show Star Trek, the captain of the Starfleet flagship Enterprise is James T. Kirk. As a cadet in Starfleet, Captain Kirk had to take a no-win scenario simulation. What is the name of that no-win scenario simulation? The answer is the Kobayashi Maru. Question number 2. In the 1985 Heisman Trophy balloting, Bo Jackson, a running back from Auburn University, won the Heisman. Bo Jackson won the Heisman by just 45 points. Who was the runner-up to Bo Jackson? That would be the Iowa quarterback, Chuck Long. Question number 3. On April 30th, 1803, the United States purchased 828,000 square miles of land west of the Mississippi River for $15 million. The men who led the expedition to explore it were Lewis and Clark. What was the name of this territory purchase? This major purchase was called the Louisiana Purchase. Question number 4. This fruit's history has origins traced back to the early Aztecs around 700 AD. It is believed that this fruit is native to the Americas. Europeans admired what fruit for its beauty, but thought it was poisonous because it looked like the wolf peach. The answer is the tomato. Question number 5. In the New Testament of the Bible, Jesus chose 12 men to become his disciples. Some of these men were fishermen, Luke was a doctor, and Matthew was a tax collector. What was Matthew's Hebrew name? The answer is Levi. Question number 6. This movie has two actors that would later become governors of California and Minnesota. What is the name of the 1987 movie about a soldier of fortune hired by the U.S. government to secretly rescue a group of politicians trapped in Guatemala? The name of that movie was Predator. Question number 7. In the movie The Thing from Another World, released in 1951, military men and scientists investigate an alien aircraft that crash-landed. The group detected an alien life form frozen in the ice. Who played The Thing as well as a U.S. Marshal on a popular Western TV show? The answer is James Arness. Question number 8. Samson was the last of the judges of the ancient Israelites mentioned in the book of Judges in the Old Testament, and one of the last leaders who judged Israel before the institution of the monarchy. What does the name Samson mean? The answer is Man of the Sun. Question number 9. He led the New York Jets to a victory over the Baltimore Colts. What is the name of the young quarterback out of the University of Alabama who confidently predicted his own victory in Super Bowl III? The answer is Joe Namath. Question number 10. It plays a role in the production of melatonin, and if you eat too much of this amino acid on Thanksgiving, you might fall asleep. What is the amino acid needed for normal growth in infants and for the production and maintenance of the body's proteins, muscles, and enzymes? The answer is tryptophan. Question number 11. This member of the monitor lizard family Varanidae is endemic to the Indonesian islands of Komodo Rinca, Flores, and Gili Motang. What is the name of this lizard, considered the largest lizard on Earth? That lizard is called the Komodo dragon. Question number 12. Pete Rose played baseball for the Cincinnati Reds from 1963 to 1978, and then from 1984 to 1986. He was a player-manager for the Reds from 1984 to 1989. Rose made 17 All-Star appearances at an unequaled 5 positions. What was his most popular, well-earned nickname? They called him Charlie Hustle. Question number 13. As of 2022, he's the longest tenured head football coach in the Big Ten Conference. This coach also spent time as an offensive line coach for the New England Patriots. What is the name of this coach? The answer is Kirk Ferentz. Question number 14. From a backyard summer camp for people with intellectual disabilities to a global movement, Special Olympics has been changing lives and attitudes since 1968. When people speak of the origin of Special Olympics, they look no further than what woman who founded it? Her name was Eunice Shriver. Eunice Kennedy Shriver. Question number 15. This legend has many different names across the United States and the world. This legend has names such as Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Momo, Skunk Ape, Yeti, and Yeren. What is this legend called in Australia? In Australia, the ape man is called a yowie. Question 16. Bram Stoker was an Irish author who is celebrated for his 1897 Gothic horror novel, Dracula. Stoker worked as a theater critic and wrote stories as well as commentaries. His wife, Florence Stoker, had a legal dispute with the makers of what 1922 unauthorized film based on her husband's novel? That early Dracula movie was called Nosferatu. Question number 17. In the Bible, there are 2 animals that speak to people. The first animal to speak to a human was a snake in the Garden of Eden when he tempted Eve. The second animal spoke to Balaam in Numbers chapter 22. What was this type of animal? The answer is a donkey. Question number 18. The tall pleated white hat that chefs wear have 100 folds for a reason. The pleats are used to signify a chef's level of experience, like the number of ways they know how to prepare eggs. What is the technical name of the chef's hat? I believe it's Arabic for hat. It's called a toque or a toque blanche. Question number 19. The next time you call something as American as apple pie, you might want to consider this. Apples originally came from Asia, and the first recipe for apple pie was written in what country? The first recipe for apple pie came from England. Question number 20. Poker players have a better shot of being dealt a straight flush, which has a 72,192 to 1 odds. Out of the 7,462 distinct 5-card poker hands, you have a 42% chance of getting a single pair. And a rare hand indeed, the odds are exactly 1 in 649,740 to be dealt what hand? A lot of numbers in there, but the most rare is a royal flush. Alright, that is it for today's trivia quiz. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Ann and Chuck from Sioux City, Iowa for sending in this 21-question quiz. You'll be in the drawing for the $500 cash prize. We're giving it away at our live episode. The live episode starts the evening of September 28th. That is evening my time, which is, it's no longer Central Standard. It's whatever the Ohio time is. I think it's Eastern Standard Time. Anyways, we'll announce it when it gets closer. I'll have a premiere so you'll know when to join. And that live episode, I think I just want to do a nice long episode. We're going to do some old episodes with it. We're going to be doing some question and answers with the viewers. I'll have my webcam on so you'll be able to see who I am. You'll be able to talk and ask me any questions you have about the channel. It's just going to be a nice kind of celebrating 1,000 episodes, and I plan on going till midnight my time. At midnight it's September 29th, and that will be my birthday, so I figured since I don't know anybody from Ohio yet, I would spend my birthday on the internet with my 7,000 friends that I've made over the last couple years on Road TRIpVIA. I'm excited to meet and talk to everybody. Like I said, I'll be answering questions. We'll have the live chat going. I'll have my webcam on. So if you're interested in a live episode like that, we'll probably only do it one time, and that'll be September 28th, later this month. Thank you again to Ann and Chuck. Here is their question 21 tiebreaker question. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, obtained 18 number one hits in his career. Elvis had 14 Grammy nominations but won only 3 of them. The record for the most Grammy wins belongs to the longtime leader of Chicago's Symphony Orchestra with 31 awards. Who is this man? The most Grammy wins, the record belongs to George Solti, who was the longtime leader of the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Check back tomorrow for another new quiz. And like I said, if you're interested in going a little deeper into the Road TRIpVIA channel, if you just want to play the trivia quizzes, no big deal. Show up every day. We'll have a new trivia quiz. if you want to meet and talk and ask me questions and see some of the cool stuff I have planned for the live episode, join us September 28th. I'll see you then.